Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers Generations Legacy United G2 Universe Breakdown. Here is our third breakdown repaint. We've got the G2 colors, we had the G1 colors and the toy G1 colors, now we've got the G2 colors. And I'll say I do have a lot of nostalgia for this specific color scheme. While I didn't pick up the G2 drag strip or dead end, I was very much tempted by breakdown. And I think overall it's not bad. I think there are some things that I would change. I really like the big black symbol on the hood. I like that, it reminds me of those like carbon fiber hoods, even if it's not the full hood. The G2 Cybertron symbol, I've always really liked the look of, and I like how nice and large it is up front. I like that we have purple paint all the way around. The trim goes all the way around the car, the back too. I do wish that we had more paint. We have a little bit of paint up top. We have this section here has a paint app on it. This section here is painted to match the teal plastic. The teal and purple looks good together, but I wish we had a little bit of silver to break things up. I wish we had some headlights, some tail lights. Those sorts of things I think would have helped improve breakdown. He does roll. I mean, we've seen this mold before. It rolls just fine. Here he is next to the Combiner Wars breakdown. And I will say between the two, obviously this is more like the breakdown mold. But this is a little more nostalgic for me because right back in, I think it was the first Botcon ever, they did the Generations, I believe it was Generations Sideswipe as breakdown. So Sideswipe being repainted as breakdown has been kind of a long Transformers tradition in these G2 colors. And here, yeah, we can see like the silver here helps a lot. Even if the trim doesn't, I guess it does go all the way around, even if like this bit should be teal to help the illusion of the trim. I still think this like paint apps, just the silver added helps. The back is still pretty plain, but between the two, I think they're both great looking cars. They're just doing very different things. Now, we have seen this breakdown before. I've reviewed this multiple times by now, so this is going to be a fast-forwarded transformation that we'll get through. And here is breakdown in robot mode, and it is a very good looking robot mode. Let me bend that elbow to help out just a little bit. I think a big thing that helps here is obviously the silver. We've got the silver torso paint. We've got some purple paint. We've got a pretty nice head sculpt. I guess his eyes here are yellow. In my mind, I always thought that breakdown's eyes were red in the G2 color scheme, but I must be remembering wrong. We have, pretty good articulation, the same articulation we've seen before, 360 on the arms. You got to kind of get around his backpack a little bit, but the backpack can be stored like in one of two ways. If you want it just a little higher and it can be a little tighter, you can go around that way, or you can bring this section down, bring these down, and they might sit either down or out. And it drops this height a little bit, but it is a little further back in the way of the arms. But the arms can also go out nice and far. There is bicep swivel. There is a nice elbow bend, 90 degrees. I do wish there was wrist swivel. Unfortunately, there isn't. There's waist swivel. The head itself feels a little limited in its articulation. It can swivel, but it's on a pretty small flat platform, and that means that there's not a lot of wiggle room here. It can split out just fine, can kick up, kick back, and bend at the knee, as well as a thigh swivel and then ankle bend. I think the big thing that this does for me, which we can also take his gun, if we can pop that out of his fist, put his gun in his hand, and then he can hold this as some sort of shield. I think the thing for me that helps is how nice the robot mode looks. The proportions here, I think, do a lot to sell him compared to, if we look at him next to the Combiner Wars mold, besides his wonky arm, that's entirely my fault. I think the waist proportions he's just wearing like a little bit of a diaper here versus this version. I think things just look a little tidier in robot mode between the two. I like that I've got both of these right now, but the fact that these purples are a little richer, the fact that I feel like this silver is a little brighter, the fact that I like the robot mode a little more, I think is leaning me towards this breakdown, even though if I do like things like the silver on the toes, stuff like that. I think that this is a really nice update of breakdown into his G2 color scheme, and I think that the color scheme works really, really well for him. It works for him so well that I am tempted to pick up the rest. I know right now there's only 2 other G2 Stunticons. I think I mentioned them earlier. I think we can maybe store this somewhere else if we want. I think it's Drag Strip and Dead End. And I think I want to get the set, and then maybe they come out with the Wild Rider and they come out with a Motormaster. And then I think I would do a giveaway. This breakdown here, I've got the rest of G2 Menasor. Maybe I'll do a Combiner Wars G2 Menasor giveaway. But for right now, I think that breakdown is a great little toy if you don't have him already. The only hesitancy I have to recommend him is if you're trying to do a G2 combiner, a G2 Menasor, we don't have 100% confidence that we're getting the rest of the set. It's not a box set, and there is the question of will we get a G2 Motormaster? I feel like there's a good chance we will, because they would want to take this toy and resell Motormaster with the similar the G2 paint scheme to get more use out of that mold. I think there's a chance that it happens, but it's not guaranteed. As is, if unfortunately, I know there's a lot of people that just don't have a breakdown. G2 breakdown, I think, looks a little odd with the rest of the G1 colors, but he can do in a pinch, I suppose, if you can stretch your imagination. Or I think he's just a solid toy as is. He doesn't do much in combined mode because he just sits in car mode on the shins. But as an individual Stunticon, I think the mold is really nice. And it's just a color scheme I have a lot of nostalgia for. That is a quick look at Transformers Generations Legacy United G2 Universe Breakdown. Thanks everybody for watching. And I believe we have a winner of a giveaway to announce. So let's go to that right now. All right, let's announce the winner of Transformers Generations Studio Series Gamer Edition Skywarp. This is our first giveaway of 2025 per our giveaway rules. If you commented on the left and answered the question of the day, I know my hair is crazy right now. But if you commented and answered the question today and entered the giveaway, you got a little heart. That's how I keep track of everyone. On the right side of the page, we have our 19 entries, and our winner of Skywarp ran between 1 and 19, number 16. 16 is I was going to say Vincent, but Roni Vicente 2593. And yeah, a lot of people said Shockwave, and I think Shockwave would be another great figure that there was the deluxe version, which was already good. We had a third-party Voyager version, which was a little loose in some ways. So another shot at getting a Voyager mold of Shockwave would be really, really cool. Congratulations, Roni. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Roni, to reach out, just hit us up on our social media. We don't check Twitter and Facebook anymore, so please reach us out on Discord, or we're on Threads and Blue Sky now. Congratulations. Reach out to us and get us your address, and we'll get Skywarp packaged up and shipped out to you as soon as possible. Thanks everybody for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye.